Welcome, soldiers. If you want to know more weapons about Modern Warfare Remaster, well then, let's get into it. Suppose you want an assault rifle. An assault rifle that does 3-round bursts, does medium range, and it's been in America for over 50 years. Today, we are going to review the M16A4 assault rifle. The M16 was originally called the AR-15 and was designed in 1956. It was made by the infamous Eugene Stoner. It went into the U.S. service in 1964 under the name the M16, and it was at a very bad time during the Vietnam War and replaced the M14 battle rifle, which had complicated issues of its own. And when it was introduced in the Vietnam War, it did have complicated issues as well, especially when it came to jamming. Eventually all these were smoothed out when it came to the M16A1 showing up, and when it came to it, it was being well phrased, and not only by that, it was also known by its accuracy. None other rifles had that kind of reputation back then. The M16A4 is the latest in the line, and it features quad picontary rails and uses a semi and burst fire. The M16 now is being used as a support role and being used by non-infantry. In-game, damage is moderately high. With this, you will kill up to 3 at close range, at 4 at a distance. And with the head multiplier, you will need 2 only shots from the burst in order to get a kill, and at a distance you will only need 1 round burst at a distance. Range is about the same as all the other assault rifles, at 38 to 50 meters. Penetration ability is average on par with the other assault rifles. Rate of fire, however, is the lowest within the assault rifle category, at 429 rounds per minute. Due to the rate of fire and the huge millisecond burst delay, it makes it one of the slowest within the category. And at 523 rounds per minute with double tap, it makes it a little bit more impressive, but nonetheless. The burst fire mode means that you will be able to shoot down people at a distance and more accurate with your shots, but your hip fire is average, which you really don't want with a burst fire weapon. You will be getting outpaced when it comes to closer ranged weapons. Luckily, your recoil will be mild. It is one of the best when it comes to the assault rifle category. Your aim time is pretty standard within the assault rifle category, at 250 milliseconds. Switch times are a little bit on average too, with 250 seconds being down and 350 milliseconds being up. And as average with the other assault rifles, you will move at 95% of the base speed. Magazine capacity, however, is fairly average. With the magazine, you start with 30 rounds, or 15 bursts. Your starting supply is on average as well, with 90 rounds in total. Your reload time, however, is pretty swift within the assault rifle category, at only 2 seconds flat. Our build with the M16A4 is going to be a marksman class, using your burst fire to be very accurate and using it at a distance. We are going to be paying attention to supply, penetration, and precision, and as it will be really important with this weapon. For our recommended attachments, the M16A4's best attachment would be the red dot sight. No longer that you have to take care of those rusty iron sights, the red dot sight will give you a perfect clear picture at enemies at a distance and at a longer range, which means you can easily pick them off compared to the iron sights that you have. But if you want longer ranged weapons when it comes to the attachments, the ACOG sight would be the best choice along as well. The ACOG scope, however, does have longer sway, a longer aim time, and increased recoil. Finally, if you can't stand either of those and like the iron sights, then the silencer is a good choice as well. Just you do have to be a little bit more productive when it comes to the new class, and with it you will have to take in more bursts due to the damage drop off. Our first perk choice will be Bandoiler. Bandoiler helps you with your supply, as it starts you with the maximum loadout as possible, and with it, you can stop worrying about reloads and not worrying about your ammo consumption. You can use it as much as you want. And it is a perfect choice with the M16 if you want to go with longer score streaks than that, or with longer kill streaks. And if you can't stand that and want to have a little bit more caution to the wind, then the Claymore times 2 perk would be the best choice as well. When it comes to it, if you're going to be staying at a distance and going to stay at one place, then the Claymore can help you guard a area or two and would destroy any of those who would be caught in the blast radius. Our second tier choice will help you increase the rate of fire on this weapon. Double tap will increase the rate of fire on the M16 and will help you get your shots in more securely than on the regular default basis. It is surprisingly good when it comes to the M16A4 as your shots will be more perfect and not as slow. And with it, you can be a little bit more efficient at close range when an enemy decides to pop in and give you the big old "oh hello" tactics. But if you want more stopping power, killing power at least, then stopping power can be a good choice as well, as you will need at least one shot less when it comes to the M16. Finally, if you can't stand that, then the Juggernaut would be the best choice as well, giving you a good choice of survivability. When it comes to penetration, however, there is only one perk in perk 3 that can work. Deep Impact is just like the FMG attachment when it comes to it in other Call of Duty games. With Deep Impact, you will be hurting people more when they are behind cover, and with it, you can kill people without using as much ammo with it. And with it, you don't have to worry about ammo consumption when it comes to the M16. But if you are worried about a closer range, then steady aim can be a good choice, and with double tap it will be a dual-fold benefit, as you don't have to worry about the rate of fire as often when it comes to it. The M16A4 is a potent weapon when it comes to a distance. The 3-round burst would help you conserve your ammo, and with it, it is really good when it comes to other distances compared to the other rifles that you have on offer. The moderate damage will help you conceive that as well, as you can kill within 2 or within 3 bursts depending on your accuracy. Speaking of accuracy, this weapon does demand a whole bunch of accuracy like any other weapon that is burst fire or semi-auto. With it, if you miss, a lot of weapons will easily get the jump on you due to the low rate of fire that you have. And with it, you can be sprayed easily by SMGs and shotguns when it comes to a close range. And at a long range, a sniper rifle can easily snuff you out at a longer distance with just one shot. With it, if you're able to stay at a middle distance and move along at some times and use your distance to help yourself, this weapon will be very rewarding to any new person within the Call of Duty series. Should you want to have a 3-round burst rifle, and if you want the perfect weapon when it comes to it, select this legendary stoner rifle and stone your enemies like they were nothing at a distance. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys liked this kind of thing, and vote, rate, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and be sure to look at my Facebook page down below, and tune in next week that we're going to be reviewing the AK-47. Until then, Galactic Storm saying, keep charging.